If you eat eggs every morning, there's a high chance you're doing it wrong, and the mistake may be quietly slowing your metabolism. Eggs are one of the most common breakfast foods in the world. Simple, cheap, healthy. But biologically speaking, many people are eating them in the worst possible way. Some throw away the yolk because of cholesterol fears from the 1990s. Others cook them until the center turns gray and rubbery. And many eat just one egg, assuming that's enough. It's not. And these small habits may be blocking a powerful metabolic signal your body is waiting for. Because eggs are not just breakfast. They are biological blueprints for life. An egg contains everything required to build a living organism. That's not marketing, that's biology. When eaten casually, eggs provide basic nutrition. But when eaten strategically, they can influence hormones, appetite, muscle preservation, and fat metabolism for hours. Today, I want you to try a simple one-day experiment. 3 eggs, cooked a specific way, eaten at the right time. This tiny shift may support liver fat transport, protect muscle after 40, stabilize insulin, and dramatically reduce hunger later in the day. This isn't dieting, it's metabolic signaling, because sometimes the difference between storing fat and burning it begins with one breakfast. Most people think an egg is just protein. That's like saying a smartphone is just plastic. An egg is a complete biological capsule engineered to create life. And the most powerful part of that capsule? The yolk, the very part millions of people throw away. Inside the yolk is a nutrient called choline, and without it, your liver struggles to do one of its most important jobs. Your liver is like a shipping warehouse. Fat arrives there constantly, from food and from your own fat stores. But fat cannot simply leave the warehouse by itself. It must be packaged into transport particles called VLDL. These particles carry fat through your bloodstream to your muscles, where it can be burned as fuel. Here's the critical point. Choline is required to build those transport vehicles. No choline, no efficient packaging. When choline intake is low, fat can become trapped inside the liver. Over time, this may contribute to fatty liver, a condition now affecting millions of adults over 40. In simple terms, the warehouse gets clogged. Egg yolks are one of the richest sources of choline in the human diet. When you remove the yolk, you remove the compound that helps your liver move fat out. It's like throwing away the engine and keeping the shell. Now let's address the question that surprises people. Why 3 eggs? Why not 1? Why not 2? Because your muscles operate on a threshold system. Your body constantly breaks down muscle, especially as you age. To rebuild it, your body needs a strong enough signal. That signal comes from an amino acid called leucine. Leucine activates a pathway known as mTOR, essentially the repair switch. When leucine levels hit a certain threshold, your body receives a message. We have enough building material, preserve muscle, start repair. 1 egg rarely hits that threshold. 2 eggs often fall short. 3 eggs bring you much closer, particularly after age 40, when muscle becomes harder to maintain. And preserving muscle changes everything. Muscle is not just about strength. It is one of your largest metabolic organs. Muscle absorbs glucose, improves insulin sensitivity, burns calories even at rest. When your breakfast sends a strong muscle-preserving signal, your metabolic environment shifts. Instead of breaking down muscle and protecting fat, your body becomes more willing to burn stored energy. But here's where most people make the second mistake. It's not just how many eggs you eat, it's how you cook them. High heat changes chemistry. Most people cook eggs aggressively until the yolk is hard, dry, and chalky. But egg yolks contain delicate fats and phospholipids. Excessive heat can oxidize these fats. Oxidized lipids are associated with inflammation, and chronic inflammation is closely tied to metabolic stress and fat storage. High heat may also reduce the availability of sensitive nutrients like choline. The difference between a soft yolk and a rubbery one isn't cosmetic, it's biochemical. Gently cooked eggs preserve nutrient structure. Soft boiled, poached, lightly scrambled. When the yolk stays soft, absorption improves. Choline is converted into acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter involved in focus, memory, and mental clarity. That means this breakfast doesn't just affect your waistline, it may affect your brain, instead of forcing alertness with caffeine. You're supplying the raw materials your brain actually uses. Now let's talk about hunger. Hunger is not a willpower problem, it's a hormone conversation. One key hormone is CCK. When protein and fat enter your small intestine, CCK is released. It tells your brain, you are full. It also slows stomach emptying, meaning food stays longer and fullness lasts longer. Adding a small amount of butter, ghee, or coconut oil strengthens this signal. Dietary fat triggers bile release, which improves fat digestion and vitamin absorption. Protein plus fat equals a stronger satiety signal. Many people notice something surprising after this type of breakfast. They forget about food. That's not discipline. That's biology working correctly. Now the hormonal seesaw, insulin and glucagon. Insulin stores energy. Glucagon releases energy. When you eat toast, cereal, or pastries with your eggs, insulin spikes. Glucagon drops. Your body burns glucose first. Fat burning pauses. But when breakfast is primarily protein and fat, insulin rises modestly and glucagon increases. The seesaw tips toward energy release. This is why removing bread from this experiment matters. Add toast, and your body burns the starch first. Remove it, and stored fat becomes accessible again. Small shift, big metabolic consequence. People who try this often report similar patterns. Steady morning energy, no mid-morning crash, clearer thinking. Hunger delayed into the afternoon, reduced evening cravings. This relates to the protein leverage effect. When your body receives enough protein early, appetite naturally declines later. Your brain stops searching for what it already received. If you want to test this tomorrow, here's the protocol. 3 eggs, cooked gently, yolks are soft. Add a small amount of butter, ghee, or coconut oil. No bread, no refined carbohydrates. If you want more volume, add spinach, avocado, or fermented vegetables. Then observe your hunger, your energy, your focus. Your body is not broken. It responds to signals. Food timing, composition, and preparation send instructions to your metabolism every single day. 3 properly prepared eggs are not magic, but they influence real systems: liver fat transport, muscle preservation, satiety hormones, insulin balance. When those systems align, fat burning becomes easier, not forced. If you have diabetes, gallbladder disease, kidney disorders, or other medical conditions, speak with your healthcare professional before making dietary changes. This video is educational, not medical advice. But once you understand the language of your biology, breakfast stops being routine and becomes a strategy. Subscribe to Healthy Body Science if you want more science-based insights that help you work with your body instead of fighting it.